Welcome back, familia, to Northside LDN, and today we've got transfer news surrounding Arsenal Football Club. Looks like Arsenal are targeting Tielemans and also Gabriel Jesus, both players with a year left on their contracts. So Arsenal in a strong position to bargain and haggle for these players. We've got that news. We've got also other players being linked to Arsenal Football Club, getting ready for the January transfer window. So we've got all of that and more coming up right now. Without further ado, let's run the intro. Vamos, caramba. Welcome back, people, to Northside LDN. It looks like Arsenal could be spending 75 million in trying to pursue Tielemans and Gabriel Jesus to come over to Arsenal, both Premier League players, obviously. Two players also that have a year left on their contract and are looking to see if they want to move on for their club. Obviously, we've got the situation with Gabriel Jesus where they've bought Haaland. So Gabriel's looking further away from the starting lineup at City. Obviously, he lifted the Premier League. And then you've got Tielemans, who is really at Leicester City. At Leicester City now, that's kind of underwhelming. You know, they've dropped a few levels away from the Leicester City that won the Premier League. They're not performing that well. They were supposed to be one of our challengers for the top four this season. They fell off. West Ham kind of pitched them, and maybe Tielemans now at 25 years old is looking at his contract and saying, "Why, you know, I'm coming up into my prime. I may want to move to a bigger club." Now, people could argue, are they a better club, a better team by the way that they're run? But at the moment, there's no doubt that Arsenal are a bigger football club. You're going to get more publicity, you know, more deals, etc., etc., etc. And obviously, Arsenal have qualified for the Europa League, finishing fifth this season. It says here 75 mil could even look cheap for the two players who would majorly improve Arsenal in midfield and attack. The Athletics report also suggests Arsenal hope Man City could lower their demands for Jesus, as £50 million seems a bit of a steep asking price for someone who will be a free agent in a year's time. Now, let me get this up here. We've got this news right here from Gabriel Jesus. There he is there, lifting the Premier League. Flipping out. It's been so long since I've seen Arsenal lift the flipping Premier League. What, coming up 19 years now? I was flipping jealous seeing Man City lift it. But anyway, Gabriel Jesus was speaking to ESPN Brazil. He said, "About my future, it's still uncertain. I have a contract with City and I have already expressed my desire to City people and to my agent. I have in my head a very clear idea of what I want. Today, I want to celebrate a lot with City. It's obvious that I'm very happy here. Tomorrow, if everything goes well for me, my wife and our family, my daughter Eleney, will come to the world." He also goes on to say, "So I have to take advantage of this moment, then think about the team. Smile at the team again, and on vacation, I will decide about my future." Jesus was given an extended run in the team to finish the Premier League season as City close in on the title. It says here the forward is not pushing for an exit, but Guardiola will not stand in his way if he demands to leave the club. Arsenal have balked at Jesus' £55 million asking price, which means they might be forced to look at alternatives with a striker a priority this summer. So for me, I mean, let me get this off now. For me, first of all, let's get into Gabriel Jesus. Listen, I rate Gabriel Jesus. The only problem I see is that our midfield, unless we actually start buying world-class midfielders, I don't think we'll give him the service that he's obviously had at Man City. At Man City, he's got De Bruyne, he's got who else has he got? Bernardo Silva, he's got Mahrez, he's got Sterling, he's got all these players and a system that creates a lot of chances for the forward lines and for the midfielders and strikers. At Arsenal, we're kind of up and down. One match we may play expansive football, the next match we'll sit back and try and play counter-attacking football. So it's all up in the air. Listen, I don't mind. I'm not against Arsenal going for Gabriel, only if he's not the only striker. I do not want to see Arsenal Football Club only go for one striker. We need to completely overhaul our strike force because we've got Balogun, the only striker left. Lacazette looks like he's going. He's off. Nketiah looks like he's off. He ain't signing a contract. So we need about 3 strikers. I don't mind Balogun being a third choice. We need a first striker and we need another striker in rotation to that striker. That is what I want to see. And I want Balogun to be developed. I don't want Balogun with the shoulder and the burden that Saka and Martinelli have had with all the pressure of this football club on their shoulders. I do not want to see that. It is the main reason why we flopped in getting the top four, because we put the burden of this club and the ambition of this club on youngsters. And we know with youngsters, we're going to be inconsistent. It was always going to be like that. It was always going to be like that. So for me, I mean, City are asking for 50 mil. That's way too high. Arsenal should be going in there with about 18 mil. You know what I mean? 15 to 18 mil. You start low. Of course, they may only accept 25 mil. I don't think we should go over 30 mil, because when you're paying 50 mil, if we go out and get Darwin Núñez, who's performing and bagging goals out there in Portugal, what's he got? Something like 30 goals in like 30 odd appearances. You know, he would cost 70 mil. And that's a player that's still got a lot more years, and a player that seems to be his strongest side of his game is scoring goals. And he can also do the Gabriel Jesus role, which is play like a false nine, drop in deep, receive the ball, play it to the wingers, move into space, be a fox in the box, and finish his dinner. Obviously, we've got a lot of strikers here in Ketia and Lacazette that in the reality, they don't finish their dinner. So listen, I don't mind Gabriel being in rotation if we also go for a Darwin Núñez, if we go for an Nkunku. I really rate Nkunku. Or Ivan Toney. I do not want us to only address the strike force as in getting Gabriel and that's it. For me, that would be on my pucaria, and I will be vexed. Because at the end of the day, injuries do occur. We've seen as a CDM position, as soon as Partey got injured, we went how many levels down in having to put in Elneny. So we have to be proactive and we have to think about the future. If you're going to get a Gabriel, you need somebody that's as good, if not better, to be either rotating with him so you don't burn him out, or if he gets injured, you've got another striker that's there ready. I don't want to do what we did trying to get into the top four, whereas we put one of our academy players, like an Nketiah or a Balogun, in and put all our hope and all our faith in one of the kids. You know what I'm saying? I want two proper strikers, and I don't want to hear no pucaria, because when we wasn't proactive in January, these men come out and said, "Oh, we tried to move the plan from the summer window into the January window." So that means these men already got a plan. If you got a plan, get your business done early, get your players in early, and be proactive. Look at City. Wanted Haaland, went there, triggered the release clause, got the player. That is the type of level of proactiveness that I want to see from this club. That is what I want to see. So that's on the Gabriel Jesus. I don't want to see us getting finessed when a player's only got a year. At the end of the day, play hardball, because we're coming into the transfer window. We need to feel them out. Don't go in with the bid that they want. If they want 50 mil, well, tough luck. And for me, what I would personally do, if I was working for the club, working on transfers, I would go in there and say, look, you're going to get 18 mil. The player's got 1 year. Then I'd go to Gabriel Jesus. I'd say to him, listen, Haaland's come in. You barely be getting any game time this season. How much game time are you going to play? It's all about mind games. Go in there and say, listen, at Arsenal, you'll walk straight into the starting lineup. You can get the number that you want. You know Edu, he's Brazilian. You know Mikel Arteta. You know what I mean? Obviously, both of you worked with each other at Man City, and just tell him, listen, this is the contract that we're going to offer you. Yeah, just push for the move, and we'll boost up your wages a little bit more. Don't do nothing crazy like what we did with Mesut Ozil, but get into the player's head. Listen, are you going to have a future there, or do you want to have a future here at Arsenal where you're the starting man? Where, do you know what I mean? We've got the World Cup starting soon. You need game time. If you want to get into the World Cup, you're going to need to be playing consistently. Are you going to get that game time with Haaland there? I don't know if you are. Do you know what I mean? Come to Arsenal, you can play week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? That is how you negotiate. This is type of negotiations I want to see from this club. I don't want to see banter. I don't want to see pucaria. I don't want to see us chasing Gabriel to the flipping last week of the transfer window, lose out and then get nobody. I want to see us getting our business done quick time. That is what I want to see. Now, the other player also being linked that also has 1 year left on his contract is Youri Tielemans. And for me, he's another player that I would not mind getting into Arsenal. We've got here the Mirror saying, Arteta pushing for Tielemans transfer. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is keen to bolster his midfield options this summer. And following reports that the Gunners are interested in securing the services of Leicester City midfielder Youri Tielemans. The Spaniard is now pushing the club's board to seal a deal. The Belgian is valued around £25 million and is believed to be open to leaving the Foxes this summer. The North Londoners are ready to pounce as Arteta looks to get business done early before the clubs have a chance of hijacking any deals that they submit. So listen, for me, it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. Youri Tielemans coming to Arsenal. I think he's a decent player. The only thing he lacks is pace, but he's a good passer of the ball. He's an intelligent player. And he walks in over Xhaka any day. I think he's definitely a player we should go for. Premier League proven. If you get him in, he doesn't have to have this period of adapting to the Premier League like we needed with Pepe, like we needed with other players when we got Lacazette, Aubameyang. Whether they worked out or not is a different thing. But coming from another league, obviously they need to adapt to this league. Tielemans is here and ready, and he walks into the midfield. Now, I'm not coming out and saying that Tielemans is world class. What I'm saying is we should be proactive. At the end of the day, strike the iron when it's hot. At the end, he's got 1 year contract. Clearly doesn't want a contract extension. Coming to Arsenal, we're a bigger club. We're in Europe. Yeah, well, it's not Champions League, but it's Europa League. You know what I mean? At this moment in time, we finished above Leicester City. We look more attractive. We can offer him more in wages. And he's 25 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's had, let's look at his stats. Let's have a look at his stats. Here we go. Let me get his stats up. Youri Tielemans. Here we go. Right, Youri Tielemans, 25 years old, Belgium international. 32 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists in the Premier League. What else has he got here? Right, that's probably about it. That's his best stats, is in the Premier League. 32 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists. Central midfielder. And I think this is definitely a position that we need at Arsenal Football Club because our transitions are too slow. We always play either Xhaka, and he's too slow. The Premier League seems too fast to him. Or we flip and play Elneny, and we already know Elneny defensively is decent. Going forward, he leaves a lot to be desired. And we need to upgrade on Elneny. So for me, he walks in the team over Xhaka any day. Xhaka ain't good enough. We all know Xhaka ain't good enough. He's a calamity there waiting. He doesn't really bring anything to this midfield. And for me, Tielemans, we should definitely be going out for Tielemans. I think we should get in Tielemans in for Xhaka and then go for another centre mid. That's what I would do because I don't think Tielemans is world class, but he's a very good centre mid. And I think we should definitely go for him. But leave it in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you rate Tielemans? Do you think nah? Do you think there are better options out there than Tielemans? Let me know what you think. But yeah, Tielemans again being linked to Arsenal. Once again, as well, just on the transfer, these 2 transfers should be easy to get done. Both of these players are looking like their heads are being turned. They want to go to another club. They want to get consistent playing time, and they want to be well. Tielemans is a different situation. He's at Leicester. He wants to be at a bigger club. Gabriel Jesus, he's coming into his prime as well, just like Tielemans, and he wants to be getting regular game time, which is something that Arsenal can offer. The only thing we can't offer Gabriel is Champions League football. And the same for Tielemans. But I think the Tielemans deal was definitely easier than the Gabriel Jesus deal. And like the article says, we should be going out for them right now. Not wait and fuck around like we did with Vlahovic and allow Juventus to come in and steal the player and get our target and outbid us. No. Vaila caramba, put the money down. Yeah. Obviously, you have to negotiate and get into the player's head so that, you make it appealing to come over to Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? This is when Edu now, you need to earn your money, Caramba. You and Mikel, you need to earn your money. You guys said you had a plan. You guys are looking at players that got a year left. It shouldn't be that hard. It's not like these players have got 5-year contracts, 4-year contracts. Do you know what I'm saying? There clearly is something in it that they want to leave their club. So you need to work that angle. It is what it is. If they don't get it done, you'll know I'll be on this club's neck because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. What else have we got here? Right. Elneny. We've got news on Elneny. Let me get this up now. Elneny. Let me get the link up. There we go. Right. Mohamed Elneny signs new Arsenal contract with option to extend after revival under Mikel Arteta. Mohamed Elneny has reportedly agreed a new contract to stay at Arsenal. The 29-year-old was poised to become a free agent when his deal at the Emirates expires next month. The midfielder hardly featured for previous manager Unai Emery, which led to loan to Besiktas in 2019, and he initially struggled under Mikel Arteta as well. However, Elneny has now emerged as a key member of the Gunners squad after he was given opportunity following 3 straight defeats. Journalist Fabrizio Romano claims that he has agreed an extension until 2023 with the option for an additional 12 months. That was backed up by Sam Dean of The Telegraph. And according to Football London, he may have already signed the paperwork. Listen, I'm going to be honest, yeah? Elneny. I'm not angry at Elneny getting a year. I think this is smart because I'll be honest, I don't think we'll be given all the money that is required to rebuild because these owners are some bums that are not ambitious. They're not ambitious because we should be spending about 300 mil minimum this summer to be trying to catch up with the competition. If we're really serious about being in a title race, I reckon they'll give Mikel Arteta about 200 mil, maybe a bit less than that. Some reports are saying 150. Out of the deadwood at this club, yeah, for me, Elneny is one of the last players that need to go out, yeah? Now, I'm not saying that he's the be-all and end-all. I still want to get better than Elneny. Elneny should be third choice CDM. He should be playing in Carabao and FA Cup. I do not want this extension to be an excuse why we don't get a proper CDM to rotate with Partey to play in the Champions League. Champions League. I wish Champions League, you know. Fuck it, I've got too much ambition. It's a shame these owners don't. To play in the Europa League and to play in the Premier League. Yeah? 2 proper CDMs. And Elneny should be his third choice to be playing in a Carabao and a FA Cup. That is how I would rotate this squad. I don't want to see too many times I see players that are not good enough at this club or can only do a job, get an extension, and that leads into the excuse why we're not going to buy in that position. I don't want to hear no excuses. I want to hear no pucaria. I don't mind Elneny having a year. I'm glad we didn't give him 3-4 years like we did with flipping Granit Xhaka. 1 year, cool. Give him 1 year. He's going to be 30. Yeah, he's turning 30. Give him 1 year. If he still performs half decent next year and you still decide to spend money on other areas and there's still not enough money, then give him another 12 years and after that, get rid of him. Do you know what I'm saying? I can understand because we have many positions to address. But we still need another CDM. Do you know what I mean? And it's as simple as that. For me, it's as simple as that. Elneny does a job, but I'm sick and tired of players that can do a job. How about be excellent at your job? How about you being one of the best at your job? That's what we should be aiming for because that's what we came to the Emirates. So listen, I'm not going to bash Elneny. I don't think he's arrogant like Xhaka. I don't think he's rude like Xhaka. I never see him kick up a fuss. To be honest, the season that just gone, he should have got a lot more game time. You never hear him come out and start to make trouble in the squad and all of this and that. So listen, I'd rather Rob Holding, Lacazette, Nketiah, Xhaka, you know what I mean? Bellerin, all these men leave before Elneny. There's a lot more deadwood I'd rather shift before Elneny because I actually think Elneny is half decent at his job. And the rest of them are incompetent that have been here and failed under numerous managers that we know we need to get rid of. So it is what it is. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think it was smart of Arsenal to give Elneny a year contract with the option of extra 12 months? Now, a player that I don't want to see extending to Arsenal, and I'm so glad to see the back off, yeah, is Lacazette. Lacazette here. Marseille close to signing another Arsenal ace. There we see you there, Lacazette. Lack of threat, does absolutely nothing. French outlet Le Côté du Sport, I don't know, I don't speak French, claim that Marseille are getting closer to signing Arsenal striker Alexander Lacazette with talks ongoing. Marseille president Jean-Michel Aulas dreams of having Lacazette up front for Marseille. Lacazette, 30 years old, is out of contract this summer. He's one of 3 Gunners that are still yet to either put pen to paper or confirm they are leaving, along with Eddie Nketiah and Mohamed Elneny. This is after a tricky season in which the French international only scored 4 goals in 30 Premier League appearances. Get this bum out of the club. I don't care. Even if we don't get no money, I don't give a shit. Just cut, bruv. The fact that Elneny, the fact that Nketiah showed this guy up and he's supposed to be in his prime, bro, this guy is dead. A return to France is likely if he is to depart the Emirates after 206 games in his 5-year Arsenal spell. They claim that Marseille are in talks and are closing in on signing Lacazette. The two sides have done plenty of business of late with Matteo Guendouzi and Saliba and Kolasinac all joining the league-owned side. They seem to like Arsenal players. Listen, just let him go. Let him go. Not good enough. 4 goals on 30 appearances tells me everything you need to know. He's never been clinical, never been good enough. You know what I mean? And just go. I think early on in the season, he said, oh, I want to be playing in Champions League. Bruv, you should be playing minimum. You shouldn't even play in the Europa Conference League. You are dead, bruv. What have you done since you come in the Premier League? I remember Fuad, yeah, who's a regular guest on the channel. For anyone that's tuned in that's not a regular. I remember Fuad coming out and saying, oh, Lacazette, now that Aubameyang's gone, now he's going to be smashing in goals because he always needed game time. Bruv, you got game time. You got benched by a player that's not even good enough to be at Arsenal, Nketiah. Get rid. Listen, and goodbye. You ain't never been good enough. It's nothing personal. You just ain't good enough. And for me, that's what I base it on. Like, I don't care about your character. I care about you as a footballer. Lacazette has been woeful. Absolutely woeful. What did he do against Newcastle? What did he ever do when he's called upon? Like, the only thing I can remember of Lacazette is that goal he scored in the North London derby that was ages ago. But this guy's, I hate inconsistent players. And he's the epitome of inconsistent. You know what I mean? So, goodbye. See you later. Don't let the door slam behind you. You know what I mean? And that's it. Another player that I haven't seen anyone really talking about. Also been linked to this player here. Let me know in the comments below if any of you have heard of this player. Let me get it up now. Here we go. Arsenal have been interested in Matheus Oliveira this summer, but the Getafe star is now expected to sign for Italian side Napoli instead. It goes on to here to say reports claim that Arsenal are chasing Getafe left back Matheus Oliveira. It was suggested that Napoli were trying to thrash out a deal with Getafe, having been keen on Oliveira for months. Yet, whilst the deal was dragging on, Arsenal and Benfica were allegedly making their interest known. A £17 million fee was needed for Oliveira, but Arsenal hopes may already be over. Fabrizio Romano has claimed that Oliveira is undergoing a medical with Napoli today ahead of a permanent move from Getafe. Listen, I never heard of this guy before. I can't even lie. I thought, I keep seeing reports that we're going for Hickey, the Scottish fullback. But yeah, apparently we are still looking at this guy, even though apparently he's doing a medical. So don't know how interested we are if he's, starting to do a medical at somewhere else. But have any of you seen this guy? Heard of this guy? I've never seen him. I'm not going to lie. I don't watch La Liga. Apart from the big teams, I don't really watch the other teams. I'll be real. So it is what it is, caramba. I take it all with a pinch of salt, man. Everyone always bigs up these players that are linked to Arsenal. Most people ain't even seen them play when they play in different leagues. But it is what it is, people. Listen, let me get into some of the comments. I'll do another 7 minutes, and then yeah, let me get into some of the comments. Yo, what are you saying? Big up Northside. If Arsenal giving Nketiah the number 14 shirt will be an utter disgrace. Bruv, this club is already a disgrace. The fact that this manager didn't get fired after the North London derby, didn't get fired after his abysmal performance against Newcastle. It just goes to show, bro. It is what it is, man. This club's already in the mud. Big up Northside, my brother. Big up to you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Jesus is a decent striker. Yeah, I think he's decent as well, man. I think he's decent. I wouldn't be mad at him coming. I agree. Good afternoon, Northside, and all watching. Nketiah has number 14. He better not, because I'm going to rip that off of him and kick him out the club, because he ain't good enough. Good day, Hendo Guna. Well, Guan, what are you telling me, BX Gun? I hope you're good. Good afternoon, Aussie Guna. Might as well give Nketiah the captain's armband. Seriously, Northside, this club should be a comedy central. Bro, I need to confirm that, because I ain't actually seen anything on that. You man are telling me he's got number 14, but this club is washed, bruv. This club is done, bro. How is he getting the number? Based on what? Based on what, bruv? Where was this guy, bro? Where was this guy when we needed him in the North London Derby? Where was he in Newcastle? Where was he in the crunch games, bruv? If he's got number, bruv, you lot better not be trying to trigger me. I'm telling you right now. I'm just going to start swearing in Portuguese in a minute. I'm starting to get hot now. Tielemans a solid midfielder. Ivan Toney in. Yeah, I agree. Jesus will bang for us. Bear in mind, folks, it's season ticket renewal time and the propaganda machine is in full swing to show Arsenal are looking at players to bring in. Got to justify that 4% season ticket price rise. Yeah, exactly. Ivan Toney and Darwin Núñez, bare minimum. Anything below this club is mugging you all off. I agree. But they're already mugging us off, bro. They're already mugging us off, telling us that we have overachieved. But earlier on, they said there's no target for the season. Yeah. Make that make sense. But this is Arsenal Football Club. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal need 8 players in the summer. Bro, I'm telling you, we do need 8 players. I was trying to be nice and said 7. 7, yeah? Because everyone was telling me, all the super fans were telling me, yeah, that this transfer window, he needs more of his players and the expectation is to be in a title race. If we're going to be in a title race, we need 7 players. 7 players to really be in a title race. Anything less than that, forget it. We're not going to be in a title race. I'm telling you now. I've already told you now. Transfer window ain't even open yet. I've already told you, man. Watch. And these signings should be done within this week. No to prolong in the transfer window. Exactly. People say, you know what's funny? Yeah, people say in January, oh, so hard to sign in January. Yeah. Where in the summer, everyone is looking to reinforce their squad. Everyone, at least in January, a lot of teams are put off because they're scared that you're going to have to pay over the odds. Well, really and truly, you can pay over the odds in either transfer window because in January, you can pay over the odds because a lot of teams don't want to let go of their player. But then if you leave it to the summer to do all your business, there's multiple teams going in for the same targets that you're going through. So you can end up being in a bidding war. Or teams will be like, well, you're desperate. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes down to the last week or two of the transfer window, other clubs that are selling clubs, yeah, they know that you're desperate. They know if Arsenal don't get their business done to the last week of the window, they know you're desperate. So they say, okay, cool. Now you're coming in last minute for Ivan Toney, 80 mil. Do you know what I'm saying? 80 mil. And they'll just sit back because they're like, bro, if you lot don't be active, the fans are going to be on your neck. That's why I agree with you, bro. They need to be proactive now. No excuses. Need at least 6 quality proven players to work alongside the youngsters. Exactly. And when I say quality players, bro, I think all of us agree. These need to be players that take players from the starting lineup out and make these players go on the bench. You know what I'm saying? If we buy a winger, I want a winger that's going to put Saka on the bench. I want a winger that's going to put Martinelli on the bench. I want a midfielder that sits Xhaka's ass on the bench and then later out the club. Do you know what I'm saying? I want a number 10 that puts Odegaard out of the flipping team. Because we have to be recruiting better players. We can't be going with project youth players. We can't be going with players that still need development. No, we need players for the here and now. There's enough youngsters now. Get in some proven players that can do a job now. Do you know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Anything else than that, trust me, I'm going to be going in on this club. Signings this week. We need our business done ASAP. Facts. Exactly. Like Man City. You know what I mean? They won the league and they're still proactive. What excuse have we got? When's the last time we won the league? So why are we not being proactive? Makes no sense. Tielemans is a baller. He is good on the ball. Not so good off the ball, but he's better than what we have. Exactly. I'll take him, bro. I'll take him. Cronky effect in the window, lads. Vamzir Mount, big up Northside. I thought it was a youth project and Elneny gets an extension. That's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true, bro. It's all mad. It's actually mad. How the fraud will manage Austin Trusty. He was involved in a fight and he got sent off. I kind of forgot about Austin Trusty, you know, because not much has been mentioned about him coming from MLS, innit? We'll see, man. We'll see, because anyone that kicks off with this manager, he just boots you out the club. That's how he deals with it. He don't have no man management. Do you know what I'm saying? Laka not the same player he used to be, bro. I never thought he was good enough. I can't lie to you. I gave him a chance when he first came. After a month or two, I was like, this guy ain't looking at the truth. I can't lie. Hope you're good, mate. You have to laugh at all the players Arsenal are supposedly going after. Season ticket renewals, propaganda machine in full swing. Laka lacks everything. That Oliveira, man, I never saw him playing. Yeah, me neither. I know nothing about him, man. Big up to you, Northside. Love my guy. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Nketiah gets the bloody 41, lads. Northside and Lucas, mate. Big up to you. Arteta better start Saliba over Ben White. Best move we can do this summer is to bin the fraud for this. That's what we could do. The best signing, yeah, I agree with you. The best signing that we can do this season is getting a proper manager. Sack this guy. Go and get a proper manager. Go and dash a project. No, I'm not even using that project. Go to Simeone. Put a plan on the table. This is how much you've got. This is how we're going to scout players. You can have all the influence that you've had, like you've had at Atletico or here at Arsenal. Go win us a league. That's what I want to see. But it ain't going to happen. It is what it is. We have to carry on with this bum. Once he gets fired this season, then other people start thinking the way that the rest of us start thinking, which is this guy's just not good enough. Wasting time. It doesn't matter who he buys. His management is shit. You know what I'm saying? When Lampard got all that money for those Chelsea players, yeah, they may not be world class, but they're decent players. He weren't able to get the most out of them and made the excuse that this team ain't ready to compete. Nah, you're just a shit manager, bro. That is why. Because Tuchel comes in and he gets them winning the Champions League. So what was the problem? Was it the players or was it the management? There you go. It is what it is. Ozzy's saying Allegri, and I wouldn't even mind Allegri, bro. Allegri will do, bro. Allegri is levels above this guy as well. So it is what it is, man. Every player and manager are available. Just put in the right price. Preach. Exactly. Everything in this world has a price. Everything. It is what it is. But listen, people, let me know down in the comments what you think about these players being linked to Arsenal. If any more news drops, I will be doing another video around probably about 6 or half 5. Probably half 5, probably. So yeah, stay tuned. Every day I will be looking to do 1 or 2, at least 1 video, but at least 2 videos around players being linked to Arsenal, transfer rumors, etc., etc. Obviously, take all of this with a pinch of salt. I'm not saying that they're going to happen. I'm not saying they are or they are. Just take it all with a pinch of salt. It's the time of the year now where a lot of these journalists, yeah, with their so-called links, which most of these ain't even got no links. Most of the players that they talk about, there's no links. There's nothing actually proven that Arsenal are looking at these players, but it is what it is. They put out a lot of stories because they know it's clickbait, and a lot of Arsenal fans, like ourselves, want to know what's going on and what is this so-called plan, the Mikel Arteta plan, and what's going to happen, and how he's going to, you know, how this youngest team is in the Premier League is going to evolve. So it is what it is. Listen, tomorrow, today I probably got another transfer window video dropping, probably about half 5. Tomorrow, I've got a special video that's going to be dropping, a thank you video to all of you guys that have been supporting the channel, subscribing, everything. And also tomorrow, me and Ford will be on a thank you video. And then after we finish the thank you video, we'll be doing a watch along for the Europa League, the Europa Conference League final, which will be Feyenoord versus Roma. Obviously, I'm backing my guy, Jose. Jose needs to win, so you know what I mean, my Portuguese, so I'll be hoping that they win. But yeah, there's not much football going on, so I will be doing a watch along for the Europa Conference League final, and I also will be doing a watch along to all the matches in the UEFA Nations League for Portugal. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do it for England. I'll do it for both, and then I'll see if it's too much, then yeah. But while I'm doing all of that, the international games and everything else like that, I will still be doing the content of, you know, transfer rumors and stuff like things surrounding Arsenal. I'm just going to try and expand and do other content as well, just like the, you know, international friendlies with the UEFA Nations League, and obviously doing the Conference League final as well. And then after that, you know, I will be doing the World Cup as well, etc., etc., etc. So listen, big up to all you guys. I'm going to be doing a lot more content. So this channel is going to be taking a lot more of my time, but I feel like it's deserved because a lot of you guys tune in, week out to the channel. And if I can make more content that you guys enjoy, why not? Why not? You know what I mean? And maybe we can, you know, sit back away from Arsenal and just look at football and just relax and not be stressed. Well, but I will be kind of stressed if Portugal are playing, but it is what it is. Listen, people, big up to you lot. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if it's your first time on the channel. Big up to you. And yeah, see you later. See you at 6. I'm out. There we go.